Are you just completely fed up with ads hijacking your internet experience? Well, today, we're building a fortress. I'm going to walk you through a layered defense strategy, from some simple browser tweaks all the way up to a seriously clever pro-level trick that'll make you practically invisible to advertisers. Does that sound familiar? I think it does for a lot of us. It's that feeling when you've just hit your limit with pop-ups and pre-roll videos and banners cluttering up every single corner of the internet. That feeling, that's our starting point for this journey, turning all that frustration into a quiet, clean, and ad-free digital life. So here's our plan of attack. First, we'll build our first line of defense. Then, we're going to expand our reach to block ads literally everywhere. After that, I'll let you in on a pretty awesome pro-level secret. We'll look at some bonus tools for the final cleanup, and then we'll just sit back and admire the payoff. A beautiful, quiet, ad-free internet. You know, every good defense starts with some really strong walls. This first layer is absolutely the most fundamental. And honestly, for a lot of people, it's a massive game changer right out of the gate. Okay, let's get to building. Our fortress is going to have 3 main layers of defense. First up, we're going to post the guards on the wall. Those are our browser extensions. Then we'll dig the moat, which is DNS filtering. And finally, for those really stubborn intruders, we're going to deploy our secret weapon, a very clever VPN trick. You're probably pretty familiar with these. A browser ad blocker is just a simple little extension that, well, does exactly what it says it does. But what's really fascinating is the sheer scale of it all. People have called this the biggest boycott in human history, a massive silent protest against an advertising model that a lot of us feel has just gone way too far. For our first layer, the absolute gold standard is uBlock Origin. It's powerful, it's lightweight, and it is super effective. Now, for the best results, you're going to want to pair it with Firefox. And you don't need to go crazy with dozens of filter lists. Really, just these 3, uBlock's own, EasyList, and the AdGuard ads filter, they're going to catch almost everything you throw at them. So, why Firefox? Well, it all comes down to a change Google made to browsers like Chrome, something called Manifest v3. To put it simply, it puts a cap on how powerful ad blockers can really be. It's kind of like giving your guards smaller shields. Firefox doesn't have that limitation, so uBlock Origin can operate at full strength, which makes it the clear winner for our setup. All right, with our castle walls up, it is time to dig the moat. This next layer takes our ad blocking power way beyond just the web browser, and it protects your entire network, including your phone. Okay, this is where we start catching things that browser extensions just can't touch. DNS filtering works by stopping your devices from even talking to the domains that serve ads in the first place. Its real superpower is blocking those ads inside of mobile apps, which, as you know, are notoriously packed with them. And you've got some great options here. If you're the type who likes to tinker, you can self-host a solution like Pi-hole or AdGuard Home on a little computer. But if you'd rather have a simpler cloud-based setup, NextDNS is highly recommended. And when it comes to finding the best block lists to feed these tools, the Firebog is the ultimate resource, hands down. Now, just a quick heads up. DNS blockers are powerful, sometimes a little too powerful. They can occasionally block a domain that a website actually needs to function. That's why it's so important to maintain an allow list, basically a list of domains you approve, just to make sure you don't accidentally break the sites you actually want to use. All right, we have built the walls and we have dug the moat. But some enemies, they're clever. For the most stubborn, deeply integrated ads, we need a secret weapon. This is what I like to call the final boss of ad blocking. You've done everything right, you've set it all up, but you open up Twitch, and bam, there's a pre-roll ad. You scroll through Instagram, and there's a sponsored post. How in the world do we defeat these? The answer is just beautifully clever. Forget your typical consumer VPNs. The real secret is to set up your own VPN on a major cloud service like DigitalOcean or AWS. Why? Because it makes your internet traffic look like it's coming from inside their own house, a data center. Now, this does require a little comfort with a command line or following a detailed guide, but believe me, the payoff is huge. And here is the truly brilliant part. Ad platforms are absolutely terrified of fraud. Bots clicking on ads and wasting their clients' money. So when your traffic comes from a known data center, their systems flag you as a potential bot. And to protect themselves, they do the simplest thing possible. They just stop showing you ads entirely. You're basically using their own fraud prevention system against them. It's kind of genius. This method is incredibly powerful, but it's not without its trade-offs. The big pro is that it can eliminate ads on platforms where literally nothing else works. The con? Well, because you look like a bot, you're going to run into more security checks, like those annoying CAPTCHAs, and some services might just block data center IPs entirely. So yeah, you might need to turn it off every now and then. Okay, with our main ad blocking engine in place, let's do one final sweep to clean up all the other common annoyances that just clutter up the web. All right, time for a quick fire round of bonus tools. For YouTube, you gotta get Sponsor Block. It automatically skips all those in-video sponsor segments. Tired of cookie banners? Consent-O-Matic clicks them away for you. Stuck on a CAPTCHA? Buster can help solve it. And for the more advanced Android users, there's Revanced, which can patch ads out of apps. But definitely be careful, as that comes with a little bit of risk. And here's a really quick and easy win for all the iPhone users out there. Go into your settings and turn off background app refresh for most of your apps. Now, while some apps use it legitimately, a lot of them abuse it to track your activity and phone home even when you're not using them. This simple little toggle really enhances your privacy. So after building all these different layers of defense, what is the actual payoff? Let's take a look at how this whole strategy handles the biggest platforms out there. Let's check out the scoreboard. On your desktop, uBlock Origin is the undisputed MVP, right? It's knocking out ads on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. But notice Twitch, that's where our Cloud VPN secret weapon has to come in and save the day. Now let's look at mobile. For most of those in-app ads, our DNS moat does the job perfectly. But for the walled gardens of Instagram and TikTok, yep, it's that Cloud VPN trick again that gets the win. And one last, very, very important thing about that Cloud VPN trick, it requires patience. It is not an instant switch. Ad platforms need time. It could be hours, days, or even a few weeks to see your traffic pattern, flag it, and then finally stop serving you ads. So you got to stick with it, even if you don't see results right away. And this right here is the end goal. This isn't just theory, it's a proven long-term strategy. With all these layers in place, the browser extension, the DNS filter, and that secret weapon VPN, you can actually get to a point where seeing an online ad becomes a rare and kind of surprising event. So we'll leave you with this question. Beyond just a cleaner interface, what does it really mean to have this level of control? Is it about focus? Is it privacy or speed? Or maybe something else entirely? It's a really powerful shift, and it's one that puts you back in the driver's seat of your own digital world.